Get ready with me while I talk about tips for upcoming 8th graders. Start to build the personality or the aesthetic that you want to follow in high school. This also goes for don't get in trouble a lot, because that is going to be your upcoming reputation going into high school, and you want to create a good look for you. Please become friends with trustworthy people, not just people who you think are cool. Plus, even if you think people are trustworthy, it's just better to keep your secrets to yourself. So many people switch up during this year, and you don't want your secrets going out to the entire school. Get into good study habits. Even though your grades in 8th grade may not count as much as you think they do, it's the habits that you want to build for when your grades do count in high school. Really, unless you're going to private school, your grades in 8th grade won't count. But if you never study for anything and you go into high school not knowing how to study for the correct things, it's going to hurt you when your grades actually count. You want to know how you study and what the best method is for you. So don't let yourself go just because you say, oh my God, my grades don't matter, it's 8th grade. Because in freshman year, it will matter, because you want to build a good GPA to start. Participate in classes, because I think a lot of people think that this year doesn't count, so why would I participate in class? I'm not sure how it works for other schools, but at my school, the teachers are the ones giving you your recommendations for your high school classes, so you want to be on the teacher's good side. Being the class clown and stuff like that is no longer funny. I understand it's one thing if you're funny, but being disrespectful to teachers is no longer a joke. If you're a good student and get good grades, they're going to want to recommend you for the good classes in high school. Try and get to know everybody, because going into high school is scary, especially if you start a conjoined school like mine. A bunch of different towns and different middle schools join together. Get to know everyone, even if they're not going to your middle school, because those relationships will count once you get to high school. Join activities and sports, because trust me, it is going to be so great and so much easier to make friends when you're on a team with them. Don't start petty drama this year, because it's not worth it, especially going into high school, because you're gonna join and expand with so many different groups, so it doesn't matter if you have drama with someone in your closed off grade. Again, it starts a bad reputation for you going into high school. Find your own style. It really doesn't matter what other kids say. You want to have your own unique style, because middle school and especially 8th grade year is where you expand and grow, and you want to test who you really are and how you want to present yourself. You don't have to listen to what's in and out of fashion, because all of it's going to go in and out at different times. So just wear what you want. Be nice to everyone, even the people you have beef with. It's better to keep your thoughts to yourself than to get it spread that you were talking about somebody bad. Because everybody changes and everybody makes a difference, so you don't know if you're ever going to become friends with the person you're talking bad about, and you don't know if you can trust who you're shit talking them to, so it's just not worth it at the end of the day. Don't worry about getting a boyfriend or rushing into a relationship, because most likely that will all change in high school. Finally, just join any clubs or anything that you have interest in, because middle school is where you can try it all out, where you still have time to do stuff in your day. In high school, between studying and any extracurriculars, you're going to become so busy. It's best to test out things in middle school when you have the time. Don't freak out. 8th grade was the easiest of the years. Just be yourself and don't be mean. Bye!
To all of my girlies going into the 8th grade, let me share some of my tips with you. This is the year that is going to prep you for high school. So if we're being real, you have to do the right things to have that smooth transition into high school, you feel? If you haven't had your big glow up yet and you want one, this is the time to do it. This whole year, basically, you have to, get yourself together for high school so that you can become that girl for freshman year. Little self promo. I actually have a back to school glow up series, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that. I think I'm gonna make it a playlist, but make sure to enjoy 8th grade, enjoy this year, because high school is a whole different ball game. Different people, different teachers, different classes, literally everything's different. So remember to cherish it and just relax, chill the fuck out, girl, because it is never that serious. It really isn't. Another thing, start taking your grades more seriously this year, because if you have those special honors classes, obviously your grades in 8th grade are going to determine what classes you can take in 9th grade, so just keep that in mind too. But you probably already know that, but yeah, I tried to take a lot of honors classes in high school and whatever, not even because I was super smart, just because I liked being around smart people. I didn't want to be around the dummies, you know what I mean? It's just easier to make friends that way. Speaking of friends, you have to try to find people that you're going to be friends with for next year. Who is going to which high school? Just see if you can try to to find anyone before you go into high school that you can be friends with, because it literally sucks going into a new school without any friends or anything like that. My best advice for making new friends would just to be yourself. I know literally everyone says that, but literally if you're trying to act like someone else, you're going to attract people that are like that, and you're just not going to like it. Remember that a lot of the times the friends that you have are literally a mirror of you. So if you don't like them, then you have to change or start being yourself, you know? If you know who's going to your high school, try to start like a friend group, especially before 8th grade ends. So when you show up to first day of freshman year, you're not gonna not have any friends. But yeah, just be yourself. Don't bully the 6th and 7th graders. Literally actually befriend them and like help them out, because you know what you're doing. Like, you're the top dog in middle school. Another thing, if you haven't started your period yet, literally be prepared, because you could start it in the middle of class. You literally never know. So have some pads, tampons with you in your locker, okay? Thank me later, because it'll probably come when you least expect it. Trust. Another thing, start trying to figure out what you're gonna do all throughout high school. Like if you want to play any sports or join anything like musicals or whatever, because you're gonna want to do it all 4 years through high school. So figure that out before freshman year. Last thing, these 8th grade boys ain't shit. So stay out of relationships. Like, you don't need to be thinking about boys yet, okay? Okay. Most important thing, be yourself, have fun, don't take anything seriously, because it's gonna get a lot more stressful when you get into high school, honestly. Wishing all of you guys good luck in 8th grade. Okay, love you.
Get ready with me while I talk about middle school advice. Please, and I cannot stress this enough, please wear deodorant. You're not only helping yourself, but also other people around you. You do not want to be known as a smelly kid, and I promise you that. Do not be mugging people. I promise you it is not cute. You will end up getting jumped, and if you lose, you will be known for that. I cannot stress this enough. Please go to the football games or any of the games, any of the school dances, because you will regret it. You might think it's lame now, but if you go with a few friends, it will be fun. Be nice to everyone, but also don't be friends with everyone. Another one that goes with this is I do recommend having like a small group. I remember walking in the 6th grade and I literally had no friends. This is mainly for my 8th graders, but like kind of take this grade seriously. And you might think like, oh, it's just middle school, but middle school will set you up for high school, and high school will set you up for your future. If you choose to not wear makeup, and as you guys can tell, that's not me. Do not be hating on girls that do their makeup and get ready for school. Do not worry about the imaginary rank, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about, like popular on top, you know? Like, that won't help you in your future. I don't know why people care about that so much. Coming from someone that like actually used to care about that. Anyways, that's it. Bye guys, love you.
Get rid of me saying some tips on how to be that girl this year for school. Okay, first thing, always have your lips glossed up. Like, I know this is hard, but for me, I just apply it every second, so just always have them glossed. Tip number 2, always be that girl that's like uprising, big lead, like a girl's girl. Like, don't be rude. Like, always help someone out, like even if you don't know them. And if you see someone who's like alone or like who doesn't have a friend, like go over there and like comfort them. Like, be a good person. Number 3 is to always try and have your nails done. Like, I don't know, something about having your nails done just like it just gives. Number 4 is to always try to do your hair cute. Me personally, I have a lot of hair, so this one's kind of hard for me because I have so much hair to the point where it's so hard for me to do my own hair and actually manage it. For the girls who know how to do their hair, make sure you try to do like cute styles. Of course, wear cute outfits, like, I don't know, just wear it. Number 5 is always wear perfume and stay on top of your work. Like, if you have good grades and you're pretty, girl, nobody has nothing on you. Yo, my skin looks so clear and good. Like, I don't even know why I'm using this foundation. I'm really just using it for the effect because it just, like, is so cute. Number 6 is always have a really good makeup routine if you do wear makeup. Having a good makeup routine and it turns out looking cute, like, try to have like a really good lip combo. If you have a good lip combo, girl, no one's gonna tell you anything. Well, they might, but it's okay because they're not better than you. So, and also try to wear like a lot of cute jewelry. Personally, I don't know what jewelry fits me better. Like, I feel like gold does, but silver also looks good on me, so I don't really know. And of course, try to have a really good, like, lash combo. Because if you're a lash clusters girl, of course, it's always going to eat down. Mascara, you actually have to take your time to make your lashes look good. Fix up my mascara because I got a little bit under my eye, but first I'm going to go in with this Fit Me powder. Guys, I literally forget to do my eyebrows all the time, but honestly, I don't know what other tips to give you guys because those were some pretty good tips if you ask me. Okay, I'm not gonna do my lip combo only because I have to eat breakfast, but thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 137K. That's literally crazy. Bye, y'all. For the guys.
For the girlies that are going into middle school, I'm gonna give you guys the best tips. That way your middle school experience doesn't go bad like mine did. These are things I wish I knew sooner, or I wish someone told me, because looking back at it, if I didn't do any of the stuff that I did, I would have had a great experience. Number one, do not start drama. Even though there's going to be drama all the time in middle school, just don't get involved in it. Just go to school, focus on your work, be with your friends. Just don't, it's not worth it. And if you do get into drama, it's going to be so stupid. Just let it go, honestly. Like, literally just let it go. Because then girls get into fights for literally the dumbest shit. Like, you're gonna look back at it when you're in high school or when you're done with 8th grade and you're gonna be like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever done and fought for. Next one is, do not get into a friend group. Like, it's oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. There's always gonna be beef between you guys. There's always gonna be jealousy. There's always gonna be talking behind other people's backs. Like, it's just not a good environment that you want to put yourself in. Just find 1 or 2 friends, because at the end of the day, that's all you need. That's literally all you need. Just 1 or 2 friends. And especially if you have a friend from elementary, stick with them, because the elementary friendships, they're just like different than finding middle school and high school friendships, honestly. Your friends that are in elementary are the realest ones, okay? Your bestie. Okay, next, I never dated in middle school, so I don't really know what to tell you guys about relationships. But I mean, it honestly just depends, like, if you want to date and if you don't. Personally, I didn't, because then when you're gonna look back at it, you're gonna look back at it and you're gonna be like, that's disgusting, you know? Or when, like, you're dating someone and then you break up with them, you're just gonna, like, see them in the hallway and it's just gonna be awkward and it's not. But that's on you if you want to date someone. If you don't, it's not. Yeah. Okay, next one is, don't be nervous for middle school. Yes, I know it's super scary and you just have a lot of emotions, like, you know, I get it. And you probably are gonna be nervous, which is understandable. I mean, I was nervous. But you're gonna get there, you're gonna get used to the students, you're gonna get used to the teachers and the school, and it's just gonna be a great time. Okay, next one is, be nice. Like, obviously, you don't have to be all, like, friendly and be friends with everyone. That's another one. Don't be friends with everyone, because, like, 90% of all your friends that you're gonna make are gonna be so fake to you. But just be cool, be chill. Okay, last one is, do not say any secrets to anybody, okay? Like, if you're gonna tell a secret, then tell it to someone that you truly trust and you've truly known for so long and you guys are locked in. Because when I'm telling you guys, if any secret, if you tell someone a secret and they tell someone else, it's gonna go everywhere, especially if it's private. Because once you go and tell that little friend of yours and that friend goes and tells another student, then you're cooked. But I mean, if that secret's not really important to you and it gets out, I mean, it wouldn't really affect you. But if it is like a really personal secret, yeah, it's just, yeah. But that is it. Other than that, I mean, honestly, middle school, no matter what, I feel like it's gonna be like hell. So just prepare yourselves. But let me know if y'all want any tips for 7th or 8th grade. I mean, I feel like they're all mostly the same thing, just everything that I basically just said in this video.
If you're going to middle school, please do not do these things.
Don't try to make drama with people in grades above you. Do not have any beef with your teachers. Even though you might not like them and they might not be your favorite, they don't have to know that. Be in drama because a boy or a female. Like, in my opinion, especially if this is like 6th grade, there's no need to be arguing over a boy. I mean, I know this can happen like in 6th, 7th, or 8th, but especially 6th grade, you don't even need a boyfriend. Like, and that brings me, do not chase no boy or girl if you're a boy watching this. Like, you're in middle school. You're fine. Don't bully people. I mean, like, you can have an opinion of someone and it doesn't have to be great, but that doesn't mean you have to go, like, bully them about it, you know? Like, I can't lie, sometimes I am a hater, but be a hater to yourself and in your head. Don't be a hater to others, or, like, show it. Like, don't bully people, basically. Because you never know what people, like, are going through. Just don't bully. Like, it's so unnecessary. Just keep it to yourself. Don't try so hard. Like, I know I guess it's middle school, but really just live and be you. I kind of want to say, just like in general, don't get in drama. Like, it's pretty hard because I feel like even me, I don't try to be in drama, but, you know, you're going to get in it somehow, but don't entertain it. I also want to say, don't take it too seriously. You know, like, it's just middle school. Usually for middle school, where grades, for sure, they don't count, you know, in your future, really. It's more, I guess, to get, like, your habits and your study habits and just how you work. So don't take it too seriously. Just it's just school. Just learn. And last but not least, stay in your age group. Do not try to be fast and do stuff you do not have any business doing at your age.
Stop acting grown and enjoy your childhood. Come on now. These are a few things I would have wished to know before I went to middle school, because, girl, when I went to middle school, I was so lost. If you think that high school was bad, middle school was probably one of the worst times of my life. I'm not gonna hold you. But it taught me a lot, so I'm gonna teach you a few things. And you can take it if you want. Not everybody's the same. Not every school is the same. This doesn't apply to everybody, so please don't try to drag me in the comments, because I will drag you back. Anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. Stop getting in trouble because you think your friends and you are funny. Like, that's not funny or cute. Maybe you gotta graduate, and you can't graduate unless you finish middle school. So come on now. High schoolers do not play. Like, I promise you, they don't play. Most of them will really deal with you. I'm telling you, prepare yourself. Because if you acting like a whole little ass kid in high school, they will check you. At least in my school was kind of like that. So that bullying shit does not work. Don't play with me. Don't try to joke on somebody because of their clothes, shoes, whatever they're wearing, their car, whatever. I'm not saying their car, their parents' car, whatever. Don't joke on nobody's stuff because you don't know what the fuck they got going on. That shit is not funny nor cute. Okay? Okay. Bullying is not cute, and that goes for middle school, high school, college, and older people. Like, I promise you, as you get old, you start seeing that people really be picking on you, even if you're older. So don't be doing that shit because you will really get dealt with. I'm telling you, you're gonna mess with the wrong one on the wrong day. I'm sorry, I keep saying I'm telling you, but I'm telling you, listen. Do your work and pay attention. Half of the stuff that you're learning in middle school, you're gonna see it in high school. Don't be skipping class. You're missing out a lot. Then when it comes to tests, you're over there complaining, oh, miss, but no. You should have stayed in class and you should have paid attention. If you don't understand something, ask. If your teacher acting like a little, then okay, I understand. But other than that, do your work. Watch out for bullies once again and stand up for yourself and others. If you see somebody getting bullied, don't just sit there and watch and laugh. That shit is not funny. It could be you or your friends or your sister, your brother. It could be anybody. Don't just watch. Stand up, because we don't deal with that. Don't be joking on somebody's school supplies, backpack, if they bring food or not. Maybe that is not cute or funny. Some people, you know, they're going through stuff, like I said earlier. Once again, you don't know what somebody's going through, so make sure you think before you speak, because you are not grown, and even if you was, you still gotta think before you speak. Educate yourself about hygiene. You guys are growing up, you have to learn about hygiene and how to deal with your body and everything. Remember, nobody thinks just like you. If you guys want more, let me know.
Things I wish I knew about middle school before entering middle school. Take these with a grain of salt because I haven't been in middle school in 5 years and I started it 8 years ago. The first one is, for the love of God, please wear deodorant. I feel like you don't need it yet. You don't want to be not wearing it when you do need it. A lot of people, myself included, did not take middle school seriously, and it shows. Though it doesn't appear on your official transcripts or really affect much for high school, at least in my middle school, it does matter because that's when you learn how to study and manage your time. You do not want to be like me and go into high school not knowing how to study. And even if you were like me and everything was super easy and you did not need to study, you should try to learn how to study. It may not seem super necessary now, but one day you are going to need it and you are going to regret not having to learn it before. You don't want your first experience with really studying to be when you're studying for an actual important test in high school. Do not run to class. Being late is not as much of a big deal as many people make it out to be. As long as you're not habitually late, then it's fine.
Stop acting grown and enjoy your childhood. What I mean by that, if you're in middle school, please stop acting grown. In middle school, 9 times out of 10, those big groups of friends, they're all fake. There's just no ifs and buts. They're all fake. There is no way that big ass friend group is not talking shit about each other. Just because your friends are doing something, it doesn't mean that you have to do it too. You don't have to follow your friends. Mainly in middle school, when you're starting to get to know yourself a lot, make sure you are very clean. Please take care of your hygiene. If you need a hygiene video, please let me know. I will put you on some hygiene products that are not expensive. It will literally work for you. A shower with just some soap is just fine, as well as some deodorant. It's very hot this year, so make sure you're, cleaning yourself. Mainly you females. In middle school is when you might get your period if you haven't already. In middle school is when you start figuring out new things about your body that you did not know of. So please take care of yourselves, and if you have any questions about any body things, please look them up, and if not, ask an adult. Personally, I don't fuck with bullying because, bitch, who bullies anymore? It's 2024 and y'all still bullying? I don't know y'all, but personally, when it comes to boyfriends and girlfriends in middle school, I don't really recommend it. Look, you're still in middle school and it's a little too much, babes. A lot of guys are still immature in school. I'm gonna tell you this, a lot of people cheat. It might be your first heartbreak, I'm not gonna lie. Middle school might be your first heartbreak, like your first real heartbreak. Because you might see a lot of people. You're gonna see a lot of people in school. You might get crushes, you might get butterflies. You start figuring out new things about love. You don't know what love is yet. So in middle school, I would recommend you to have friends. You can have little crushes. You can like somebody, you can flirt with them and all, but don't go into a real relationship yet. Everybody has different choices and different mindsets on how they want to do things. Please do your work in middle school. A lot of the work that you see in middle school, you're also going to see it in high school. So make sure you do your work and pay attention. Female in middle school, I can only really just talk about females because I'm a female. But look, if you're in middle school and you're a female, I recommend you that if you haven't gotten your period before, or you already got your period, to take a little bag, put tampons. If you don't use tampons, that's fine. You can use pads. I'm going to make another period video for you guys if you guys need it. Because I know when I first got my period, it was not cute. It was very much embarrassing and very much hurtful. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. If you guys want more videos like this, please let me know. I have high school advice videos and I have more middle school advice videos on my playlist. So make sure y'all check that out. And good luck to y'all.
Hey guys, get ready with me while I talk about middle school tips since it's my last day of school. So my first thing is try to join as many sports as you can. In 6th grade, you can join any sport you want because there's no cut. So try and join those sports. Next, if you ever get into a friend group, more than 10 people, leave. I mean, if they're not toxic, then you can stay and have a big group of friend groups, but I learned the hard way of toxic friend groups. Next is take notes and pay attention to your classes, because there's gonna be lots of tests, and if you're not prepared, then you're gonna get a bad grade. And tests are a big toll of your grades, so make sure that you don't get bad grades on it. But of course you can retake it, so it's not that much of a big deal. But also 6th and 7th grade are the easiest, I guess. And not as much of your grades count, but in 8th grade is where it kind of starts counting more. Next is be strong and confident, because if you're going into middle school and you're just a little Debbie Downer, no one's gonna want to be friends with you. Make sure you go out to people and try to make friends. And if you're a little, a little unsocial person, that's okay. You don't have to be with a big group of people. Next is that it's okay to raise your hand. Like if someone's just like, oh, you're a teacher's pet, then they're just jealous that you know more than them. Next, if you can't, study before a test. Because that's definitely a mistake I made in 6th and 7th grade. It's like you gotta be ready for it, you know? Also, this is for the girls, because I'm pretty sure that there's like probably like no boys watching this. But if there is, this is for the girls. Always be prepared for your, because you never know, like it can happen whenever. And if you start it and you don't have anything, go to the nurse and ask her for one. And don't be embarrassed because it happens to every girl. Next is please wear deodorant because you do not want to be smelling bad in middle school because people are bullies. Not to like wear anything. But also if you don't have anything, that's not your fault at all. And again, I'm pretty sure that some schools supply. Okay, and for the first day of school, always like, it will always be like nerve-wracking, you know, but try not to stay up because like then you'll be like so tired the next morning. Okay, next, always pick out your outfit the day before because knowing me, I take so long to pick out an outfit and it just takes out so many time of myself getting ready. Next, I'm not sure if this is the same for every school, but like my school had like picture day on like kind of the first day of school, like a day after, so always be prepared because I low-key had no idea, so my yearbook picture is so bad. So yeah, just always be prepared. Next, memorize your schedule because it'll just be easier for you instead of just like looking at your phone, like trying to figure out what classes to go to. Next is don't start drama for literally no reason at all because there's honestly like no point on it and you're in middle school now, so that won't fly that much. Next is dress literally however you want because it doesn't matter, like at the end of the day, no one's gonna remember what you wore that day. Next is do not trust everyone. Like of course you can have your little circle of like 3 or 4 people that you trust, but do not tell everyone your business. Only because there's gonna be at least one person who tells everyone, literally everyone, your business. So do not tell everyone your business. And I learned that the hard way, so take that advice from me. Anyways, this is the fit. I love y'all so much. I hope you guys have a great day.
If you're an upcoming 6th grader, please watch this video. Tips for upcoming 6th graders. Stay on top of your grades and take a lot of notes. Taking notes will help you get a better understanding of what you're learning. Don't act different to be somebody's friend or to be in a friend group. It's literally not even worth it. You shouldn't have to pretend just to be in a friend group or try to be somebody's friend. Try to join any school club so you can make new friends. Please ask questions when you don't understand. If you need a little bit more understanding on a topic, don't be afraid to ask the teacher. They should be able to help you. Please take your hygiene seriously. It literally matters. Please. Make sure you come to class every day prepared with everything you need. It's better to be prepared than to be all over the place. Also a reminder, if you make mistakes, it's okay. You always learn from your mistakes and don't stress over it because you just got into middle school, girl. You will learn. Hopefully my tips help. Bye, y'all.
These are the things I wish I knew before going into middle school because it was a super awkward time for me, but if I knew these things, I would have literally slayed. First, everyone's looking for friends, so don't be too shy to say hi. You never know who might become your BFF. Plus, middle school is your time to shine. Try that new sport, join the debate team, whatever makes you tick. That way, when you go to high school, you'll already know what you like. And the biggest secret is that drama doesn't last. That super embarrassing moment, newsflash, everyone forgets stuff like really fast. I live by the rule of 5. Will it matter in 5 weeks, 5 months? What about 5 years? It more than likely won't, so laugh it off, move on, because everyone will forget it in about a week.
Advice for incoming 7th graders. Not natural deodorant, not native deodorant, real deodorant. Don't talk bad about people. I wish I took that advice. Your grades do not matter as much as you think they do. Literally coming from an academic weapon. But do not procrastinate at all because they have so much work. It's so annoying, but like just get your work done and then do whatever you want. Be very careful with who you trust. Like literally nobody is trustworthy. Don't care about other people's opinions because literally everybody just hates each other. Do not fight anyone. If you do, that is literally what you're going to be known for. There is no reason to be throwing hands at 11 years old. Go watch Nickelodeon or something. Last but not least, tongue scraper. It gets rid of 90% of bath breath. Please do it. But honestly, just have fun because it's like one of your last years that you actually don't have to be like locked in and stuff. Okay, bye guys.
Advice for upcoming 8th graders.
don't stress about the upcoming year. Because when I was still in the summer of becoming an 8th grader, I was so stressed out about 8th grade and middle school. But honestly, it was really the easiest year. Like, my hardest year was being a 6th grader. Mentally prepare yourself for the fact that if you have a lot of friends at the start of the year, you're going to end the year with maybe 2 or 3 of your same friends. And also, you're going to make new friends this year. Because I had so many people I talked to and stuff that at the start of the year that I didn't even remember their name at the end of the year. Don't really get in trouble. Because it's okay. Like, it's not even okay if it's some little girl drama. But do not get in serious trouble, because the punishment is going to be way worse. Because, like, you're in the 8th grade now. Like, you are expected to know better. Have fun. I'm not saying it's don't focus on your academics. All I'm saying is have fun, because it's your last year before everything actually counts. Because I can guarantee you, ain't nobody college finna be looking at what you did in middle school, unless you're trying to go to like a real good one. Join a sport or something, because you're not gonna need friends going into high school, but it's like you don't want to be that one kid that's been lonely their whole freaking life. Like, no, that's seriously not cute. Experiment with your clothing style, especially if you were one of those kids who didn't dress well in the 7th grade. Like, I was one of those kids. Like, I went through my complete awkward stage in 7th grade, and it was not it. Like, I tell y'all personal experience, I looked a fool. Do not be trying to be backed up behind somebody just because y'all been friends for so long. Like, I wasn't like that, but I knew some people that was like that. Like, just because we've been friends for a long time means that I gotta be disloyal. I'm like, I'm not saying be disloyal to your friends, but if they're doing something which you know is not right or wrong, like, then exit yourself from the situation. It's not being disloyal to your friend. It's about knowing what's good for you. Because I had to do that a couple times. Like, just because you were in something and I didn't want to be in it, because I knew in my mind, I knew that both of y'all was going to get in trouble. Why would I purposely put myself in that? Like, you crazy. Do not talk to no high school boys higher than a sophomore. Because at that point, they're predarizing you, and because of the maturity difference. Because most people that are in their junior year and senior year, some people 19 and seniors, you know what I'm saying? And some juniors and stuff are 16, 17. The maturity difference is still there, because you also got to realize they are most likely probably sexually active. Because you don't know. I'm not saying that you can't like who you like. All I'm saying is it does not look right to be a sexually active 8th grader. That's all I'm saying. I really hope y'all enjoyed my advice video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah. You're looking real pretty, mama.
Hey guys, here are my tips for 8th graders. Also, I tried the Charlotte Glass tutorial for my bubble braid, and it's looking a little interesting. I just finished practice, so I look a little sus. But anyways, here are my tips, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so most likely, if you're going into 8th grade, you already completed 6th and 7th. Depending on your middle school, you might have a 7th and 8th middle school, or a 6th, 7th, and 8th middle school. But I'm kind of assuming that you're with the same people that you were in 7th grade. Both middle school and high school, every single year, you're probably likely to change friend groups. Also, 8th grade is the year everyone's going to try to act like old and like high school-y. I just want you to remember that there's no pressure to like act older than your age, and honestly you should just be fine like being and acting the way you normally are as a kid. There's no pressure, and I know there is pressure, but like from your friends and like what you see online, but like there honestly should be no pressure for you to like act all grown and like mature like you're a senior in high school. And I feel like this goes without saying, but I guess you can have a relationship in 8th grade, but for me, I personally would not recommend it. And if you do, it's not going to be a real one. Like, it's just going to be like, oh, like, and then you guys like hug or something. Like, I don't know. But definitely don't do anything sus. Like, if you guys know what I'm talking about, like, don't do anything sus in 8th grade. You are quite literally 13 years old. Like, girl, like, please don't. There's so much time to do that in high school and like beyond, and there's no need to like do that when you're 13 years old. Also, 8th grade, everyone's kind of hitting puberty. Boys and girls kind of like each other more, you know. And it might feel a little awkward because you definitely are getting like really self-conscious and insecure about yourself, and this goes for boys and girls. So I want you to remember, like, everyone is kind of unsure with themselves during this age, especially 8th grade, because everyone's trying to figure out who they are, especially after puberty. I want you to remember this. If some people who are your friends want to go off and join different friend groups and they're just maturing, they're just doing their own thing, you just have to let them go. Like, this is going to happen, especially like maybe it's the end of 8th grade and they're like hanging out with a different group and you're like, whoa, that's not how you used to act. You have to just let them go because people are always constantly changing, and some person that you might have needed in a previous kind of like timeline kind of instance, they're changing, especially through high school. They want to like recreate or like create their own person, and they're just growing too, so you just have to let them go, and that person is not always going to be the person you remember them as. Like saying you remember them as like, oh, so nice and so supportive in elementary school and like the beginning of middle school, they're gonna change. I don't know if that just made sense, but my next tip is don't stress that much about grades. 8th grade grades don't really matter. And I'm not saying you should fail all your classes, like just get A's and B's, and that's so totally doable, especially in middle school. They're pretty much handing out free A's. And I don't want to hear it that you're going to a hard middle school, like top whatever, private, public, whatever. It's totally accomplishable and achievable for anyone to get A's and B's in middle school. Like, half of the grade is getting straight A's. Go out with your friends. You're definitely gonna like not really reminisce middle school, but I think there is gonna be some like fun like memories that you do remember from middle school. So I definitely say hang out with everyone, and like not just in school but out of school too. Like go make plans to go to the beach or hang out with your friends at the park or have a sleepover or stuff like that. And these are definitely memories that you'll remember, kind of like childhood. So I would definitely say like live it out to the fullest. I can't really think of anything else, but yeah, let me know if you want a part.